can get these 3 things right, your following will be leveraged and your bank account will explode. In this video, I'm going to take you through the tens of thousands I've spent on self-education and the millions I've generated through traditional business models to tell you something that gurus are hiding in plain sight. These days, gurus tell you to start business model after business model, and they persuade you into a line of thinking that is designed to control you. And look, I've been there too. I'm one of those guys that listen to these gurus. I was just lucky enough to find success. And in the last couple of months, I've quit my 9-to-5, moved out of my parents' house, and am now traveling the world as I sit here in my hotel room in Japan. Gurus these days have led you to believe that there are only one of 2 paths: start a business that they may or may not have ran in the past, or fall victim to the matrix. But they're hiding the highest leverage position right in front of your eyes. Now, you probably know what it is by now. It's a personal brand. And odds are, if you're seeing this, you have no idea who I am, because I don't have a personal brand. So Matt, why should we listen to someone that doesn't have a personal brand? Well, I'm actually the guy that helps people make money with their personal brands. I've made money through this thing called growth operating, which really is just a fancy term for saying I help people make money with their personal brands. And over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I'm stepping out from behind the scenes to being behind the camera. Now, like I said, there's 3 reasons why content creators have more leverage than most traditional business models. And honestly, this last one, no one really talks about. But let's slow down. I'm getting ahead of myself. The first thing that you need to understand is the leverage that you actually get as a content creator. The hardest part of any business is getting eyeballs. And by eyeballs, I mean leads. And there are 4 main ways to get leads these days: cold outreach, warm outreach, paid advertising, and free content. And all you need to do is check one of these boxes in order to be effective. You can have a great product, but if nobody actually sees it, is it really that great? Now, let's say that you're a content creator, and let's just imagine that you have 3,000 eyeballs. Now, if you're front-facing in your business, that means you have 3,000 leads. Therefore, the leverage that you have actually lets you skip a step of the process. Well, kind of. Now, if you don't have to worry about lead generation, does it not sound easier to start a business that way? Lead generation is just about getting attention. Now, if you have the following, that means you have the eyeballs, which means you have the attention. Now that we have the attention, the second thing is what to do with those eyeballs. Now, for most businesses, you really need to try and connect with this attention. You need to really understand their emotions, because people buy with emotion and then justify with logic. Now, a lot of businesses spend thousands of dollars on market research to get to know their clientele. However, as a content creator, you know what your client likes because you have the data right in front of you. Oh, and did I mention it's completely free? Your followers followed you because of who you are. And since you can tell where and when people watched, engaged, and followed, you can pretty easily tell what they want. And if you're niche down, even better. And as if all of this wasn't easy enough, you can simply make a post in a YouTube community or a story on Instagram saying, hey, I want to get to know you guys better. So if you answer these couple of questions, I'll give you something for free. And boom, now you have more in-depth market research. Now, not only are you skipping the ridiculously tedious step of getting eyeballs, but on the low end, you're also saving thousands of dollars and hours of resources, not needing to do market research to your audience. This means you can simply ask what they want and build it. Now, funny enough, the last step of actually starting a business happens after you start the business, which is increasing the revenue of the business. Now, there are 2 ways that you can increase the revenue of the business. You can double the number of customers, or you can double the lifetime value. Now, here's the thing. After launching the business, a lot of creator founders actually struggle to balance both ends. But before I get into this any further, let me just paint you a picture real quick. Most creator founders will start a business and then struggle to keep up with product and lead generation simultaneously. And usually they actually end up making things harder for themselves than CEOs of traditional business models. If they focus on the product, lead generation takes a dip, which means less customers, which means less cash. But on the flip side, if they focus on lead generation, then the product takes a dip, which leads to unhappy customers and loss of cash. Now, you've probably already put this puzzle piece together, but if you're making money, you need to buy back your time. Now, as a man who has searched, interviewed, and hired hundreds of people, I can tell you that hiring top talent is not easy. It never has been until now. As a content creator, you have people that are bought into you. A lot of them might have a specific skill set, maybe the exact skill set that you're looking for. And guess what? If they don't, they probably have friends. Now, let's say that each person has 5 friends, just 5. And if we circle back around to you having 3,000 followers, that means that you have 15,000 potential people that could fit the skill set that you're trying to hire out. So now all you need to do is just turn the coin over, and rather than treating your followers as leads, you treat them as a part of your team. And those are just 3 small ways that you have leverage as a content creator. Do you really think I could fit all of them in one video? And even after hearing these 3 points, you probably still have the question, how will creating content actually help? The next step is using those skills, but I'm not good at those skills. And rightfully so. After all, these skills aren't easy to come by. But as I've said, I've spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to master these skills. In addition to that, there are thousands of people just like me that I have met and networked with who are also teaching me along the way. And that's really all that this channel is about. That's why I'm starting a personal brand, so that I can help people like you. So if you're somebody that's wanting to build their personal brand, or somebody who's wanting to build the skills necessary to start a successful creator founder business, then consider subscribing and following along. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed.